Jerry Paxton with GamingShogun here at CH Products booth at E3 2009. We are seeing CH Products, massive array of flight sim peripherals, and we're here with Michael Sexton of CH Products, who's going to tell us a little bit about each peripheral and what they do. How you doing, Michael?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm well. It's an excellent show. How's it for you guys?
Pretty good. We've met a lot of good contacts. We've met a couple people we haven't met before, and we've had a pretty good time sitting here next to G4.
I bet. So why don't you show us a little of the peripherals you have available today and what we can expect from you guys?
Okay, we run the whole gamut. All right. We start with a basic joystick, which gives you a level of control that's indicative of just about every other joystick. You have buttons and axes that control the aircraft, and we have 3 different tiers. We have kind of a very simplified ambidextrous joystick, a mid-range joystick like the combat stick here, which looks like something on an F-16, and then we have a very close replica of the F-16 with numerous hats and switches, which is a little overwhelming for some people. Once you get into the joystick, you start to get sucked into flight simming, and you want that extra level of realism. You start to move on to things like the Pro Throttle, so you get a hands-on stick and throttle. And with the Pro Throttle, we've got more axes and more buttons, a little more control. And it's easier to control on the desk because it doesn't arc, so you're not lifting it off the desk. It's a flat sliding motion like you see in modern Soviet aircraft. We also have mini joysticks on there to help you look around and find what you're looking for. And since it's an analog, it's not like a snap view or having to push to find what you're looking for. But you can always return to center. And then once you get that next step, you're looking at pedals, right? So you can yaw the aircraft. And,
you gotta have the rudder.
You gotta have rudder control. Without the rudder control, you're gonna get smoked online. Some of the latest additions are the multifunction panels that we offer. The multifunction panel is this kind of like a flat keyboard-looking device that you see. And what it is it's kind of like an omnidirectional antenna. It's a USB device. You print out whatever you want it to look like. So if it's for Photoshop or Counter-Strike or Black Shark, you print out the template, label where you want things. You get 25 to 50 of these cool buttons, which can go anywhere on there. Now each button is just an empty case with a PCB in it. There's no battery or anything. It uses RFID.
Oh, wow.
So out here, I push it and it doesn't do anything. But once I get it to within about an inch or so of the board, it energizes by the antenna, and it does what I programmed it to. And it does that no matter where I put it on the board.
Well, that's incredible.
Right? So
how many templates, how many printed templates? I mean, it could be anything. How many are available right now?
I have about 15 or 20 on the website, which cover about 6 or 7 different games, mostly flight sims, because, well, that's our bread and butter. I have a template that's not on the website that I use for Outlook. Our engineer has one for SolidWorks, so you can use them for about anything. They have hardware modes, software modes. You get stickers to put on the buttons.
That's awesome.
And for the hardcore simmers, then you move on to things like flight yokes and multiple engine throttle quadrants and all that good stuff.
Now, I mean, this could be anything. I mean, you could figure it however you want. How many of these are you able to chain together or use at once on your PC?
Each one requires its own USB port, so
as many USB ports as you have.
You max out at 16 panels, but at 16 panels you can get 50 buttons. You can get 2 hardware modes, 8 software modes on each panel. That should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 12,850 button presses instantly available.
That's awesome. And how much is this thing going for right now?
I think it retails at our website at about $200. You do a little shopping online, you can probably get it a little bit cheaper than that.
That's incredible. And is it out now?
Absolutely.
Incredible. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, man.